I now want to shift focus to the other big story we're tracking here on India Today, and that is the centre's new policy in dealing with terror in Jammu and Kashmir. The centre's made one thing very clear. No longer will dead bodies of killed terrorists be handed over to their families. Remember when the terrorist Burhan Wani was killed and the government handed over the body, there was this huge funeral where many people not only attended that funeral, some actually became terrorists after that funeral, and this continued. Now the government has decided terrorists will be buried separately by the police. One or two family members may be permitted, but nobody else. That's point one. Point two, they will not even give out details of the terrorists who've been killed except to families and to officials. There's lots more in this policy. India Today's Kamaljeet Kaur Sandhu and Shujaul Haq bring you our top story tonight.
Security forces in Jammu and Kashmir have refused to hand over the bodies of 4 terrorists killed in counter-terror operations in the valley in the past 24 hours as part of a possible new strategy.
Other militants, the local militants, उनकी बॉडी पहले परिवार को दी जाती थी, अब वो नहीं दी जाती।
बिल्कुल, जब तक कोरोना वायरस का खतरा है, तब तक हम लोग नहीं देंगे।
Having learnt its lessons from the 2016 incident of the massive crowds at the funeral of terrorist Burhan Wani, the Jammu and Kashmir police is keeping in mind the fear of COVID-19 in burying the bodies of slain terrorists themselves. The Jammu and Kashmir police see the killing of Burhan Wani's successor, Riaz Naiku, as a major blow to terror in the valley.
रियाज नायकू एक तो 8 years पुराना मिलिटेंट था, लोकल मिलिटेंट था, लास्ट ईयर से एचएम के चीफ थे और रेगुलरली हर एक 2 महीना पर 1 महीना पर एक वीडियो रिलीज करता था, यूथ को इंस्टिगेट करता है मिलिटेंसी ज्वाइन करने के लिए। इसके चक्कर में बहुत सारे सिविलियन मारे गए हैं और जब ये मारा गया न्यूट्रलाइज हुआ तो मैं गर्व के साथ कह सकता हूं कि सिक्योरिटी फोर्स के लिए बात कामयाबी है, पुलिस के लिए कामयाबी है और आवाम को भी इससे राहत मिलेगी।
65 terrorists have been killed in the valley in the first 5 months of 2020. The police believe recruitment has also dropped with major curbs on high-speed internet.
कर्फ्यू इंपोज करना, कम्युनिकेशन में ब्लॉक लगाना, नाका लगाना, डिप्लॉयमेंट करना, ये हमारा टूल्स है, लीगल टूल्स है। तो इसी के चलते ना कंट्रोल होता है। ऐसा नहीं होता कि हम हुक्म दे तो कंट्रोल हो जाएगा। तो ये जो कम्युनिकेशन गैप लगाना ये बहुत जरूरी है। नहीं तो आप देखते हैं कि अगर नहीं बंद करते हैं तो अभी तक इतना रिमोट आप हेल्थ देखते हैं, पुराना वीडियो को अपलोड करता है, लोगों को स्टे करता है, हर जगह प्रॉब्लम होता है।
The J&K police insists the newly floated terrorist organization, the Resistance Front or TRF, is Pakistan-sponsored Lashkar-e-Taiba operating under a new name with some disgruntled cadres of the Hizbul Mujahideen, and insist a series of kinetic operations will be carried out to neutralize the next rung of terror leadership before it establishes itself in the valley. With Ashraf Wani in Srinagar, Bureau Report, India Today.
Pakistan is rattled. Pakistan is rattled not only after abrogation of Article 370, but also by the fact that Kashmir was peaceful. So this summer of 2020, Pakistan-backed terror is desperately trying to target security forces. There is an intelligence alert that says security checkpoints, security camps and convoys will increasingly be targeted, as there will be also increased engagement along the line of control. A desperate push by Pakistan to send in more terrorists. What should India's strategy be? Just tackle terrorists at LCN inside or offensive defense? I report.
The security grid across Jammu and Kashmir is on high alert following a specific intelligence input that Pakistan-based terror groups were planning a major terror strike. Pakistani forces are making a desperate attempt to activate the line of control and are resorting to heavy firing at multiple locations in Poonch and Rajouri districts in Jammu and Kashmir. The heavy firing in an attempt to provide cover to terrorists trying to infiltrate. The Indian Army is retaliating befittingly.
Such incidents along the line of control all across Jammu and Kashmir, both in the Poonch-Rajouri sector as well as in the Uri-Titwal sector in the north and even further north in the Ghost sector. So this will be the new reality in the coming summer months in Jammu and Kashmir.
Forces are on the offensive. In a massive boost to the forces, Hizbul Mujahideen chief Riaz Naiku top Lashkar-e-Taiba commander Haider have been gunned down. The success came at a heavy price. 8 soldiers, including a colonel and a major, were killed in action this week.
यदि किसी संगठन को हराना है, किसी संस्था आतंकी संस्था को हराना है, तो उसका जो सबसे ऊपर वाला जो नेतृत्व है, उसको जो टॉप कमांडर्स हैं, उसको मार देने की जरूरत है. अभी नायकू को मारा गया, अभी हैदर को मारा गया, और ये ऑफेंसिव इस तरह से चलता रहेगा.
A total of 65 terrorists have been killed since January this year. There has been a major drop in local terror recruitment too. Pakistan-backed terror groups are spooked and desperate to disturb peace in the valley.
काउंटर टेररिस्ट ऑपरेशन जो जहां पर चल रहे हैं पाकिस्तान स्पॉन्सर्ड मिलिटेंसी के चलते, वो एक कंटिन्यूस प्रोसेस है. मगर एक बात तो तय है कि पाकिस्तान स्पॉन्सर्ड जो जहां पर टेररिज्म चल रहा है, चाहे वो लश्कर तौबा की तरफ से हो, जैश ए मोहम्मद की तरफ से हो, हिजबुल मुजाहिदीन की तरफ से हो, उसका एक और एक मकसद है कि जहां पर लोगों की जानो माल का नुकसान करना, जहां पर अमन को ख़राब करना, जहां पर लोगों की ज़िंदगियों के साथ खिलवाड़ करना. और इसके उल्ट हमारी जिम्मेवारियां ये हैं कि जहां पर अमन व अमान को बहाल करें, लोगों की ज़िंदगी जो मामूल के मुताबिक चले, और लोगों की जानो माल की हिफाजत करें, और साथ साथ अपनी सुरक्षा का भी ख्याल रखें.
Pakistani terrorists and their handlers are desperate to strike back. As security forces go on the offensive, intelligence agencies have warned of retaliation by Pakistan-backed terror in the form of high-visibility attacks on security forces' camps, convoys, and checkpoints. Security forces insist they will remain on the offensive and try and hit terror at source. With cameraman Kripal Singh in Delhi, Gaurav Sawant for India Today. Now, this is a war that Pakistan is waging through terror, and it's being waged through many ways. Let me quickly bring in Lieutenant General Syed Atta Hasnain, former Kashmir Corps commander, who understands this problem and perhaps solutions very well. General, this isn't just a war which is being fought by our soldiers and Pakistani terrorists. It's the Pakistani state, also diplomatically, economically, on social media, hybrid warfare. How should it be countered? Are we doing it effectively?
Gaurav, there is no doubt that in the last couple of days we've achieved a lot. But we have to keep in mind that this is no short-term policy in this. Pakistan for the last 7 to 8 months has been on the defensive. Its options had run out after the 5th August decisions by the government of India, and because of that it was finding that it could not up the ante in Kashmir. From 1st of April onwards, when the first major infiltration attempt was discovered and acted upon, is right from then we have had 17 operations in which we have killed 34 terrorists. There's no doubt that Pakistan is up the ante completely on the security front, but simultaneously is also attempting to reach out through information and other means into the valley to create greater alienation. And it's not just Kashmir that we should be focusing upon. We should be increasingly looking at Jammu, the border between Jammu and Punjab, the infiltration along the LOC in the Jammu region, because those are the areas from where possibility of infiltration continues. And therefore, I think the policy is very comprehensive at the moment, but we need to ensure our defensive security in the hinterland is intact completely, and our offensive defense, much more important. Our capability to strike across the line of control by surface means or by artillery or any other means available, that should remain our option.
Okay. That's one part, and that's a very important thing you're saying, that as Pakistan loses the battle to coronavirus, it will try and divert attention. It will not only send infected terrorists into our country, it will also try to focus on what's happening in Kashmir through terror. But General, should we be now looking at telling Pakistan enough is enough, point one, and two, it's in a bad shape economically, and should we exploit that fact?
No doubt about it, Gaurav. Pakistan has got a bit of a reprieve, 3 to 4 months from the FATF, the surveillance of the FATF. It is looking at this window to try and expand its activities. and is actually absolutely down and out as far as this economic situation is concerned. We should try and ratchet up the situation on the line of control and trans line of control. Force it to commit its own military and thereby carry out greater expenditure. It is not in a position to carry out this expenditure at the moment, given the state of its economy. Internally inside Kashmir, we have taken some good measures, particularly this recent action to prevent the handing over of bodies for funerals. It's not only for the COVID-19 period that I would recommend. It should be a permanent measure to ensure that no recruitment is carried out at these funerals. The passions which have been evident over the last couple of years, those passions are not engendered here. And this is how we have to prevent the strength of terrorists increasing. The commanders have to be targeted exactly the same way in which Reyaz Naiku was gunned down yesterday. And limitation of infiltration with whatever means. If you have to increase the strength of troops at the line of control, so be it. But infiltration has to be controlled.
Fair enough, General. I would love to continue talking about this very important aspect. But
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.